I feel like there's one transsexual out there for every man. Like a guy might not like, transsexuals, but like he might come across one and he'd be like, you know what? You the one. Let me try it out.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Hey, what's going on, favorite? It's time for No Picks Podcast.
Family, what's good? Joe, No Picks Podcast.
Hey, Joe, what do you think of
No,
girl?
no, no, no. Hell, listen. Joe, I'll put my life on it, bro. There is not a transsexual woman out there waiting on me that I'm waiting for that would turn my life around, that I would second guess and be like, damn, maybe no. I'm going to say that with no hesitation, no, unequivocally no, right? So you say what you going to say. Let's unpack this.
So I agree with you. I'm just take it there. I'm gonna just put my spin on it, bro. These transsexual chicks or transgender chicks are so strange in the way that they think.
Yeah,
because because we've seen them on dating shows and stuff like that. They don't want gay men. They don't want men. They don't want men that are attracted to trans women. They want straight men. They want a man who has dated straight women his whole life, and to come upon them and be like, yo, although you're trans, I want you. You're so special and unique. I want you.
right.
So they want a straight dude that just finds them to be the exception and will be with them. That doesn't make any sense. Like there's no logic that makes any sense here.
Yeah, no, I agree. I 100% agree. And this comes back to that conversation where I'm just like, listen, that's why I feel like I have to put that disclaimer when I identify myself, which is I'm super straight, right? Because now being straight has been so blurred. Now you can be straight and wear a skirt. Now you can be straight and date trans women. Now you can be straight and carry a purse around. Now you can be straight and have your fingernails painted and get your eyebrows done. And you know what I mean? Like you can be a straight man and do all of these things and still be, oh, he's straight, right? In the eyes of other people, not mine. But that's why I'm like, no, I'm super straight, bro. I don't have any interest in trans women.
Right.
I only want to date and sleep and with biological women, and that is my preference. And whoever, you know what I mean? I just don't feel like, I feel like that's not, I don't know, bro. I don't find that heterosexual, bro. I don't think that,
No.
you know what I'm saying? Like, and I know we're going to get stuff for this. I know we're going to be called bigots again, but I just don't think that's heterosexual. I just don't. I don't.
Like, I guess we all have our dreams, right? Like our like dream mates that we, you know what I mean? Like if we could just like kind of like make a created player in a video game and have it, this is the chick that you go spend the rest of your life with, or this woman, this is the guy you're gonna spend the rest of your life with. I'm sure we all have that person. But for them, like, so ours would be probably like, a chick with a nice body, that's like fit, but she has big titties, fat ass. She's a freak. She give crazy head. She do whatever. Like, it's like she could cook, she could clean. She's not
faithful.
Gonna be bitching. She faithful. She's not gonna be bitching and complaining. Like you mean like that's like the ideal chick,
She's
right?
feminine.
Like, she's feminine, right? She's not gonna be aggressive and not like. This is like the ideal chick, probably for every man. I'm sure for you and for me, probably like that's like the ideal chick. Like, be like, okay, cool. She gonna be like, damn, babe, I just came from a hard day. Like, let me gobble that monster up. Like, that's what she going. That should be the next sentence out her mouth. He'd be like, okay, well, I wasn't thinking it, but all right, you can gobble it. I ain't gonna stop you. I mean, like, so
if you insist,
right? but for these trans chicks, bro, they really want straight men, bro. Like I'm like, and it like. What they're saying doesn't make sense because if they want you, then they're no longer straight. Like, no, like there is no. I like. What makes you think you're so special to like change the natural laws of the world? Like I don't even understand this, bro. Like it's like. So there's a dude that's just with chicks his whole life gonna be like, okay, cool, I love being a woman, and he gonna meet you and be like, although you got some nice titties and a fucking big dick, I'm gonna rock out with you. Like he's gay now. He's a gay man. So
I think so. I think so. Yeah, I agree with you. And I want to make it clear again because we always got to clear it up. Like if you are a man and you are into trans women, more power to you. Do you? We here at No Picks Podcast do not think that you are a heterosexual man. You can do whatever you want,
right.
live your life, but we don't consider that straight. We don't. Live your life. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. We don't think that we don't consider you a straight man. We just don't.
And why does the label matter? Like, if y'all so hype about like labels being nothing, then you being gay, or I mean, listen, even if you want to throw the bisexual term out there, which
That's
I don't
gay.
think exists, but
That's gay.
if you want to say you bisexual, cool, I'll take that. But you're not. You're something. You ain't straight. You be like,
I'm sorry, bisexual men are just gay. I don't even call them bi. You're just gay, bro. If you sleep with dudes, you're gay. Like, I don't care if you go back and forth between men and women, you're just gay. Like, no. And you can be gay. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying you're gay.
you are, yeah, you're something.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
more power to you, but I don't care if you're bisexual. I don't mean
Right.
nothing to you, bro. No. And yeah, bro, we're just living in strange times, man. And like, it's funny. I had a person in one of my social circles. He's gay, right? Cool. I love this guy. He's hilarious. He's a great guy. I'm happy to work with this person. And he made a comment not too long ago, and he was just like, you know, something came up about trans people, and he was just like, oh, hell no, I don't. He basically said that they're mentally ill, and that he's part of that demographic of gay men or gay people who are like, they're messing up the cause. He's like, we think that they shouldn't even be included in our letters, in our acronym. We think that he's like, I think that they're mentally ill and they make us look bad for everything that we fought for, all the acceptance, all of that. And I'm just like, damn, there are even people who self-identify as gay who find trans people kind of problematic. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just in this like interesting category. And I don't know, bro. It's hard. And I feel like, listen, we're not transphobic. We got to keep saying that when we have these conversations, Ty, because people will call us bigots. Right. We probably already said enough that will label us as transphobic already. It is what, like, you know what I mean? But like, we want to make that very clear. We have no problem with y'all. You know what I mean? There's such a small part of the population. Like, why would straight men want to go for them? Trans people make up like what? Less than 2% of the population?
Yeah.
Right? Why go for them when there's so many biological women to go for? That I don't understand.
I've heard arguments from them. Like, I've seen, you know, when they do like 20 people versus this one person, like, so it was like 20 trans people versus this person on, I think the Juliet is the name of the show, whatever, that people that they're on. I've seen arguments from them, the trans people, saying like, well, people identifying as trans is like very natural. It's just as natural as, everything throughout history. And they'll point out some like obscure tribe in like the northeastern part of the West Indian mountain somewhere. They'll point out like specific tribes somewhere where it's like, okay, well, this group of people identify as like ambiguous and something like that. And it's like this tribe of like 200 people that, like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, or it's the same when we talk about beauty standards, and then like there's a tribe in Africa that like their beauty standards are like the opposite, where like this like big huge fat women are valued. They're like, yo, those are the chicks that you want to get with, because like they can, I don't know, they have some social status or whatever. And it's like, yeah, of course you can always find some like obscure example to point out like, okay, well, this strange custom is normal. But like for the 99.9% of rest of humanity, the beauty standards are the beauty standards. Bigger people are not considered attractive. Trans people, although I'm sure they have existed throughout time, they aren't the norm, right?
Right.
It's just like there have been cannibals. Like, is there a group of cannibals out here in the U.S. that'll be like, yo, you know what? There was this tribe over here in East, Afghanistan that ate people, and they still eat people to this day. So we should be able to eat people if we want.
Yeah.
Like, so no, you can't point out like obscure situations and be like, oh, well, this is okay, and this should be what it is. And I'm not saying being trans isn't okay. Whatever it is okay, but you can't try to be like, oh, okay, well, everyone else should accept it as just like an inevitability.
Right.
Because there's a lot of people, majority of people kind of look at it like, I would argue that's a bigger reason why Trump won. Because for him being like, bro, like this is strange.
That's one of the reasons. That's definitely one of the reasons that he won. I mean, it's part of the culture war, if you want to call it that. Like, no, absolutely. He does. And, I've said this before. I have a brother who used to be my sister, and you've met him, Ty, and you didn't even know. When I told you, you were like, what? But he used to be my sister. Now he's my brother. And when he came out and spoke to me, we had a 5-hour conversation while we were drinking one day in the living room. And I was like, bro, what happened? You know what I mean? Like, talk to me about this experience and what's happening. And then he went through the transition. He did like, he cut off his he did the chest surgery, like he went, you know what I mean? And then he ended up falling in love with a gay man and then moving out to another state. So like he went from a woman to a man and then fell in love with a man. So now he's a gay trans.
So confusing.
No, listen, bro, listen. And I love him all the same. Like, we don't talk as much lately because we had a falling out over something completely different. It had nothing to do with that. But like, I love him nonetheless, and I hope that he is happy in whatever he does. You know what I mean? So like, I want people to understand, like, we talk about this, but it's not to be transphobic, but it's just like I think that there's some, I think that people should live whatever lives they want to do. But when you start trying to distort reality or objective truth, like when we can't define what a woman is, when we're changing pronouns, when we're trying to, you know what I mean? When you're trying to have, teach our kids in elementary school or kindergarten about trans, like, I think there's a line that needs to be drawn, you know what I mean? And that's where we start getting like, hey, chill out. You know what I mean? Like, live your life, do who you want to do, but stay away from our kids, stay away from schools, stay away from certain things, and also don't try to change objective truth. Like, now we can't even define what a woman is. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. And stay away from, like, all, I don't know. And also the whole trans women in women's sports and trans men in men's sports, which doesn't happen, by the way. Never happens that way. We don't see trans men running to professionals. We see trans women, though, going to, you know what I mean? Like, and there's a reason for that. And we know that reason. They just don't want to say it. But all I'm saying is, bro, is that there's no hatred towards them. It's just that certain things are just, we don't agree with. We don't like when our views get, and when you try to push some of your views on us and our children. Live and let live, do your thing, but don't try to convince me that as a straight man, dating a trans woman is heterosexual. Yeah. You can never convince me of that. No, ever. Never happen. You know what I mean? Never.
Listen, let us know what y'all think. Are we tripping? Are we
tripping? Like,
what they call us in the chat before?
The bigotry chat.
The bigotry chat. Are we the
bigotry podcast?
Whatever. Like, let us know what y'all think.
I know.
I mean, I think we're pretty reasonable, but if y'all disagree, we'll have that debate.
Yeah, let us know, please.
Listen, like, comment, subscribe, and until next time.
Until next time.